Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. As always, I also publish on Rumble, which adds its days with syncing with my channel, but that's another topic for another day. Today I will try to launch the Evil Within 2 episode. We'll see how it goes, because usually the thingy here, I'm a little bit delayed on the upload stuff, but uploading to YouTube, and I don't know how the... how do you call it, the thing that the rendering from YouTube for 4K, I don't know how long it will take, but I will try my best to put everything in order today. And yeah, you still have like previous episodes from previous days regarding my gaming series. So let's get started. Not much happening, but still some interesting stuff regarding Starfield, the running better on AMD GPUs. Interesting, but not surprising, given that they basically did the thing there with the bundle stuff, and the fact that at the moment the DLSS is not officially supported there. So they I don't know. They usually it's what they says. They do the financial incentive of prioritizing FSR and all the technology and being optimized for AMD stuff. It is what it is, even though I don't agree that much, especially in terms of integration of technologies from other GPUs. I think it should be officially supported at launch, even though supposedly AMD says that doesn't forbid, it just incentivize monetarily the fact that they prioritize FSR optimization and AMD GPU optimization. But at least this time there is some results to show, given that basically RTX the 4090 and the XTX, the 7900 XTX, are basically on par, which the 7900 XTX, of course, it's not on the same level of the 4090. It basically just it blows or trade blows with the 4080 and not the 4090. And in this game, it basically trade blows with the 4090, even though it isn't huge amounts of performance. It's around, I think, an average between 60 to 70 FPS. In overall scheme of things, from what I understood, which is not good, especially for the fact that the engine is not like very new, so not very heavy. I don't know what this engine creation engine, it's got a lot of issues. It's very buggy, because since they used this engine from Bethesda, it's been plagued all the games that have been launched, from Skyrim to Fallout 4 and all of those other games. They've been plagued with a lot of bugs and sometimes some kind of performance issues, which basically have been mitigated through mods. Modders been able to try to mitigate these issues, but yeah, it starts to show its age, and I think they need to revamp completely. And I understand that studios, when they create their own engine, they get used to working with it. But we have like great engines, proprietary engines like the Red Engine, which it will be not be utilized anymore. Cyberpunk is the last game, at least for the moment. They will start using Unreal Engine, but we got I think the Deus Ex has its own engine. Which game it has its own engine? The Remedy engine seems pretty good, even though because they are proprietary engines, they are more focused on certain things depending on the studio and what kind of games the studio makes. But yeah, regarding the analysis, there was like a deep analysis from Chip and Cheese, I think, and basically the highlights of this is how AMD GPUs overachieve in this game thanks to some architectural advantages, which include having fewer cores with bigger register files. Not sure what this means, because not an engineer, but again, which allows the GPU to track more threads per core, leading to higher occupancy that benefits performance, a higher L2 bandwidth, so this is memory, L2 memory bandwidth granted by smaller L2 cache, which to a certain degree, I think, I'm not sure how well it compares itself to memory stuff on the GPUs. The fact that you have more, you can have a little bit less VRAM, but for that you have to have a bigger bandwidth to a certain degree. So to try to mitigate the fact that you have less VRAM. In this case, I think the L2 cache, I think it's might work like a similar way to a certain degree. The 4000 series from Nvidia, they have like I think they have more bandwidth of L2 cache, or have more memory, but I think AMD has less but higher bandwidth. If that's the thing here, I think that's why in this case, because the game was basically optimized to take advantage of this, I suppose that's why it overperforms, the 7900 XTX overperforms relatively in terms of the 4090 compared to other games, of course. But yeah, and supposedly I'm using Wave 64 instead of Wave 32. I don't know what this is, I'm sorry, which tracks only half the threads as Wave 32, but with some performance benefits. But yeah, basically it's mainly due to the fact that this kind of optimizations that allows the 7900 XTX be on par with the 4090 in this game in particular. Now I think the 4090 should perform better. But again, it's the fact that it's I think it's not very well optimized, this game, in terms of performance all around the board. I saw some videos that basically the fact that you change detail levels, the FPS basically doesn't change that much. The delta in terms of how the delta regarding how you change all the settings there, even like the main thing, like the low, medium, high and ultra, between those, the delta in terms of performance usually doesn't correspond what we usually can notice in terms of other games, which is kind of weird. Of course, less the resolution, even though I don't know, between resolutions also doesn't change that much from what I remember. Of course, you have like bigger jumps between the resolution, but you don't see the usually delta in terms of FPS when you change between resolutions, and in the same resolutions when you start to change the settings there, which is kind of weird. Which basically shows that I think the engine is running at full throttle there in terms of how it works internally, and that basically chugs a little bit on the GPUs there. But yeah, but still they managed to fine-tune to a certain degree to work better on the AMD GPUs. But yeah, hopefully they will mitigate the situation, and with some optimizations throughout, I don't know, throughout this year. Supposedly they are going to support this game for a lot of years from now. We'll see how it goes. If the performance will increase a little bit better, if let's see if we don't need to use DLSS, even though using DLSS the performance uplift, it's not that good, it's not that great. Even FSR the same thing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So hopefully this will be officially mitigated through Bethesda, and of course the patches and then the bug smoothed out. Hopefully it will go fast, because we didn't see the responses we've been getting from them is you need a new PC, since we embraced the chaos of bugs. That's not, those are not good answers. It's because they just sell a lot of games. They just say fuck you, and basically that's it. Play the game if you want. If you don't, rely on the unofficial support of mods, which is not a great response here. It's not the first time they do this. I think they did the same thing with Fallout 4 to a certain degree. Yeah, but yeah, they need to get better, which is basically get themselves on work and removing all the bugs and not sit on the laurels of having great sales, which most of them supposedly the numbers are from Xbox Pass, because in terms of pure sales of people buying the game, usually especially from Steam, it's not like something out of the ordinary. It's on par with the kind of hyping up that Bethesda and Xbox have been giving to this game. But yeah, in other news, we got Silent Hill. We might get something out of it on the Tokyo Game Show this year, which is by the end of almost like in 1 week or so. Mainly because there were some changes here on the page on Steam, where which basically where is a Tokyo Game Show, which leads to another page featuring deals meant to celebrate the event, which will be held next week. Sorry, it'll see enough no other Konami game, because Konami is the publisher of Silent Hill franchise, with the exception Yu-Gi-Oh shows. Duel shows the same banner on its Steam pages as the anticipated remake could be shown during the event. Okay, we'll hope that we get more news. We got like a trailer, like basically a year ago, I think, announcing the game, but supposedly it's going to release early 2024. I think we are in end of September, so 4 months to 5 months. Start wrapping up a little bit more on the marketing here. Hopefully the game is good. I'm not sure if I think I played one Silent Hill game a long time ago. I don't remember which one, but I always knew I was not more of kind of a Resident Evil guy, but I knew that Silent Hill franchise was around, and one of those, but it was basically console exclusive. Sorry, and I'm more again, I'm more a PC guy. I don't have consoles, so I never managed. I had consoles. The last one was a PS2, so that's why I lost a lot of PS3 era and PS4 and again PS5 era, except for the ports that they make for PC. But yeah, it's one of those that are very interesting to play with. But yeah, hopefully we see something good out of it, or at least something out of Silent Hill 2 Remake, and hopefully it will be a good game. Also, Final Fantasy VII Remake at some digital sales, top 7 million, so I don't know if it only launched digitally, but here says shipped and sold digitally. Yeah, digitally, yeah, at least the digital sales 7 million. It is a combined sales from Final Fantasy VII Remake and Remake Integrate. Yesterday I was a little on doubt with the deal here on Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, which is the PC version. Basically, this is an enhanced version of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because from what I understand, as you can see here, Final Fantasy VII Remake launched for PS4 on April 10th, 2020, I think. And then there was the enhanced version, which is the integrate kind of thing for PS5 and PC around 2022. So that's why I was a little bit confused, because I know there was the remake, but remake integrate, I didn't know if it was like I don't know, 1.5 kind of a thing there. But yeah, it's good to see that they're selling well. I think the game has good reviews. And we'll see when I think the second episode will come soon, coming soon. I'm not sure when I see something about it. I think I saw something, but I lost the thread on the news article that I wanted to show. So when I find it, I will let you know, because I think there is plans. This is going to be like a big kind of, because it's episodic, so it's basically episode 2. I think it's going to be a big one in terms of content, so and hopefully not only a lot of content, but good content regardless. And I'm going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We still have the 505 games publisher sale. One of them is Control, which is 75% off. Especially the Ultimate Edition is the better one. I really recommend this one. I'm already have this one installed, so I can ramp up and start the Alan Wake franchise, at least with Alan Wake 1 and this one. I will try to get Alan Wake Enhanced or whatever it's called, but it's only available on the Epic Game Store. But yeah, and afterwards, after I finish one or two games here on the runs that I'm doing, to start doing this one. I really want to check this game here, and for that I will probably play first the Alan Wake game, but it's not mandatory because it's shared universe, but it's not a sequel. Also we got Miasma Chronicles here, still from the 505 stuff here, 40% off, $30. I think it's a good deal. It's a very positive game. It's very similar to the other game that they launched, the Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. I got this one from Epic Game Store. I will also, I don't know when, I will also do, I think this game it's a kind of smaller game, but I think it's very interesting on the mechanics they'll try to use here. But yeah, it's a good deal, 40% off. Also the Tomb Raider franchise, the trilogy, kind of soft reboot of the franchise. It's 80% off the first game. Rise of the Tomb Raider 75% off, or but I recommend the 80% off. Of course, it's more discount, but doesn't mean the price is cheaper. But the 20-year celebration, it includes season pass and everything, the Baba Yaga stuff, and also Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Again, I think it's 90% off or something like that, or 85%. And it's around kind of the same price there, because it's already in my library. It doesn't appear here, but let me check here so you can see. Shadow of Tomb Raider, something like that. Yeah, definitive edition, so $10, give or take, for this game here. So around $10, which is good. Red Dead Redemption 2, it's also on sale, 67% off, or 70% for the Ultimate Edition. I don't know which one is better, but I assume that at this time when this game launched, the DLC was pretty good. In terms, I think it has story mode content, okay. Story mode content doesn't mean story mode content. I don't know if there is like real content or it is just story mode associated skins, I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty good. This game seems excellent, very positive overall since it launched. Also we got Slay the Spire, like this kind of deck building roguelike kind of a thing here. This was launched like 4 years ago, but basically revamped the interest for this kind of games here, at least it's my perception. And it's 66% off, so $7. This game has basically infinite playthroughs because it has daily challenges and it's a roguelike, you know the thing here if you played any of these games. Also we got the Outer Worlds. This one is the Spacer's Choice Edition. It's got a bit more mostly positive now. I think they've been I don't know, they've been fine-tuning the performance here. I think it's a little bit better since this one, the 1.4 version of the game. I think it's been better patched now in terms of performance. But again, for me to confirm, I have to if you're not sure, the not Spacer's Choice Edition, so the base version, it's got pretty positive reviews here. But yeah, this one is supposedly has enhanced graphics. So yeah, it's 34% off. I think it's a good deal. The gameplay seems pretty decent here. It's online with similar to Fallout New Vegas. These are the same guys here. And lastly, got Midnight Suns, 60% off, only on Digital Plus Edition. What this offers? Digital Plus Edition. It's got the season pass. Doesn't say anything. Sorry. Not add to chart. What a dumbass. Yeah, it doesn't seem to. Yeah, I know there is a lot of content for this game. Maybe this is it. I don't know. The season pass is 30% off. But usually it's the Midnight Suns Legendary Edition that's everything, but it's not on deal. I don't understand. I saw the deal there, but at least this Digital Plus Edition really can you be a little bit more specific? But yeah, it is what it is. At least I think this it's the base version is very good. I followed the Dark Hunter path from Christopher Hod, and the story seems pretty interesting. I think it's more on par with the Midnight Suns kind of a thing here club that they have, which is like the Blade. You got also Tony Stark and everything, Wolverine, this guy Hell Rider or whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I'm not so much inside of the things here. We got Scarlet Witch, and we got also I liked very much the other one. I think, yeah, this one, Nico, I think it's called. And there is the other blonde one, which is the Portal Girl. This one, it's pretty good how the mechanics work with her. It's this one, the Legendary Edition or whatever it called, the skin here. I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. At least the hero name. This one. It has a sword that creates the portals and everything. It's very good how it handles in terms of gameplay, and the fact that it's still a deck building game for the abilities, I think it's pretty good. And yeah, basically this is it, guys. I'm going to wrap up for today, or else I'm going to overextend too much, and I will see you in the next one, and until then, Kunamy Master out.